Hello, today I'd like to talk about natural theology and the argument from design. In response to the origin or propaganda in schools, I started to read a little bit of it, skimming some of it, and I started reading the DNA part that he added, which I knew this would be part of it. So I wanted to address this real quick. First of all, natural theology is defined as the drawing of inferences and proofs about the deity from the natural world. And basically that. Everybody in the 17th and 18th century, Ray, you kind of seem to be behind the times a bit. Believe this. A lot of people saw the evil atheists behind every corner, kind of like now. A lot of evangelicals seem to be behind the time, and they just can't seem to. And this was one of the main weapons, was the argument from design. How much has changed since the 17th and 18th century? Okay, but here, a lot of the sources and stuff that I use is the teaching companies Science and Religion. So, okay. Argument from design was prone to criticism. Upon analysis, it turned out to be weak, ambiguous, and from the point of view of Orthodox Christianity, dangerous. So, Ray, not just that you're wrong to use this as an argument for a God, your view of Christianity says that this is a dangerous argument. So you're doing nothing more than hurting yourself. Okay. The most common one is, imagine you're walking in the woods and a watch, I'll say a cell phone since that's what I have, you find a cell phone. Look at it. It looks really well designed. It has parts. If you look inside, there's microchips, and this stuff couldn't happen by chance. Couldn't just fall out of the sky. So, to say that it happened by chance would be crazy. You know, there would have to be someone who designed it, someone who created it. That's basically how the argument goes. But let's go on to the God of natural theology, the one from the 17th and 18th century that the argument from design proposes, is far from the Christian God. You know, it doesn't argue for moral force. It doesn't argue for unique eternity, personal concern, or any other attributes. And more people in that times that were deists, like that Armstrong guy, whatever his name is, God Be the Bible Book, whatever you wrote. And then allegorical reasoning is valid only if the allegorical basis is sound. The basis on which the design argument rests is that God is like a human being. And this, by Christian viewpoint, is dangerous anthropomorphism. Because and I would just like to add, because when you say that our comparing God to humans is not right, you'll gladly compare him to humans when it suits your needs. So, I won't make any attacks since I just want to, okay. Pressed too forcefully, such arguments actually encourage non-Christian views of God, by overemphasizing rational arguments for his mere existence at the expense of faith in revelations of his attributes. Let's say you're walking through, you find the cell phone again. Must be a creator. But wait. We know just one person didn't create this. We know there were technicians to make the microchips inside. We know there were researchers to make the camera on the back possible. We know there was people who made the battery, who dug up the lithium that's inside the battery, who made the plastic, who made that plastic, who did all this stuff. So wouldn't it be more likely to say that there was a team of watchmakers, or sorry, cell phone makers? Now we cannot tell whether we cannot tell whether perceived design is real or an illusion. There is no possibility of comparing a designed versus an undesigned universe. There is no valid yardstick with which to measure degrees of design. The argument often relies on appeal to ignorance. Funny. We cannot imagine how an intricate system would come to be without an intelligent designer. Pretty much saying that, going on. Forgot what I was going to say, whatever, I'm an idiot. Thus, argument from design can appeal only to emotions, feelings of awe and wonder, rather than to reason. That's why a lot more Christians back in the 17th and 18th century used this argument with their Christian people only. Because because if you're telling a Christian, oh, look at the beautiful design that God made, look at this beautiful cell phone that, that was designed. Look at the eye. Look at how beautifully that was designed. Well, while you're using the argument from design to say that I was designed, I can easily say that evolution through natural selection could have easily brought about the eye. It's not really a valid point to make, since it's based on what your beliefs are. Last point highlights a crucial historical development within natural theology, namely going back to natural theology, a shift in focus from awe at the natural world in heightening devotion in believers to its use of apologetic to convince non-believers. Just what I said. The ubiquity of natural theology and its argument from design is the necessary background to Darwin and his reception. So 200 years ago, this argument from design came around to battle Darwin. And even though it's ubiquitous, even though it's not really arguing for the Christian God, even though it's supposed to be dangerous in Christian theology, 200 years, we still have people we still have Ray Comfort trying to get the ignorant masses to believe in God because of an argument that presupposes a God. And I'm not going to deal with the whole, well, you're presupposing evolution. No. Okay, that's the nicest I'm going to be for a while. Probably the only video I'm going to make for a while, because we moved and I'm kind of in the middle of studying and shit. But, okay.